What's up, people? We are back with more of Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. So in the previous video we managed to get 2 more bad endings, which basically resulted in both Kenji and Mayu getting decapitated by a wild cuttlefish that appeared out of nowhere. So yeah, that happened, but we managed to find our way around it, and I believe we're still looking for Himeno and Mari as well in a sense. So yeah, let's continue. Okay. Well, we do need to do a once-over of the building. Hiroshi-san knocks on a panel that is to the left. If you are looking in from the entrance. I hear it make a hollow sound before he pushes the panel in, making a rattling sound. The panel opens. This isn't just a display, but also a door. In contrast to the nature-reminiscent blue exhibit space before the door, a mechanical gray hallway stretches before us. The dim, white, fluorescent light flickers and fades on and off. Oh, this is one of those hallways that looks pretty creepy. Is this the staff passageway? And this music too, oh gosh. Correct! When I came through here earlier, I saw some employees, so I was lucky it had been left unlocked. That's another thing. Like, this guy, he came to rescue us in a position. We were like in a section that was kind of, you know, off limits for the entire aquarium. But somehow Kenji managed to find us, and he's not even an employee working here. So there's gotta be more to this guy than we currently know of. But I guess we could say that about everyone, because we're in the dark about a lot of things still. Could the fact that the lights are on mean that someone just came through here? Even if they had, that person should be aware of all the unusual phenomena here. Anyway, if we go through this passage, we can circumvent the tunnel and look for Himeno-chan. Alright. Hiroshi-san walked ahead, taking several steps before I stepped in. I was hesitant about walking through the staff passageway without permission, but it was certainly better than going through the tunnel tank. Moreover, if we are able to come across a staff member, we might be able to gain some information about this Manten Aquarium. Big sister... The staff passageway is approximately 10 meters, just wide enough that people can barely pass each other. Walking up ahead of me, Hiroshi-san's shoulders width is so great that I wouldn't be able to pass him unless he turned sideways. Even more than before, Hiroshi-san seems stronger and more reliable than ever. Big sister... Huh? That voice that I thought was just in my head bore a silhouette the second time. It made me suspect that it was probably an optical illusion. Behind me, I was sure I heard a nostalgic voice. "What's up, Mayu-chan?" Hiroshi-san asked me without turning around. I squeak out that I'm fine and turn my attention to his back. It's Mari, being sister. However, that was my confirmation. It was neither a visual nor auditory hallucination. The voice calling me, Mari's voice calling me big sister, had definitely come from behind me. Mari! Unable to hold back, I let that name slide from my lips. The next moment, I wanted to see Mari so bad, I turned back. Is she there? You can't, Mayu-chan! My eyes open wide in surprise as Hiroshi-san plants himself firmly in front of me, arms spread wide. I had unconsciously backtracked to the passageway entrance, back to where we had started. Huh? Suddenly going back. Don't you remember where we came from? Where is Mari? I see. You moved without hesitation, as if you had been called. So I thought that's what it might be. Calm down, Mayu-chan. There was nobody there. Huh? But the voice... There is no voice, alright? Calm down. You have to calm down. His expression as he calls for me to calm down is frantic. A crease appears in his forehead as he strains his voice. I steady my breathing as I stand in fear of his threatening attitude. Breathing deeply, I keep my back against the wall of the corridor. As my determination rises, so does my body temperature. Listen, calm down, calm down, calm down. Hiroshi-san, I'm alright. Calm down. Ow, 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 ow. Are you alright? Ow, 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 ow. My words don't seem to be reaching Hiroshi-san at all, as his eyes open wide and his voice rings out. Like a broken DVD player, he cannot move past that one syllable. Hiroshi-san. I back up instinctively. However, as he's completely unaware, or as if he's completely unaware, Hiroshi-san's just keeps yelling in a strange voice. Hiroshi-san, please tell me you're okay, aren't you? 3 meters away from Hiroshi-san, I peer at him. He sways, his legs unstable, but he's definitely moving towards me. Oh my god! Wow, he collapsed? Almost at the same time the strange voice stops, he falls over on the spot, as if his power supplies had been cut off. He suddenly tumbles to the ground. The sound of him flopping to the ground sends a chill down my spine. I'm not familiar with what you could call Yumeki, but I know the way he fell is dangerous. Are you injured? Sitting down, I extended a quivering hand. It's probably a bit rude to the person who saved me, but he would understand. For at this moment, the image of his strange behavior is seared into my mind. Even when I call out to him, there's no response. But if I strain my ears, I can hear shallow breathing. Oh, thank goodness, he's alive. That alone is enough to satisfy me. There's something I can rely on within this mysterious aquarium. What in the world was all that? Still having my doubts, I am, for the moment, relieved. What should I do? I can't just leave him unconscious and defenseless while I proceed further into the staff passageway. Uh-oh, here we go, another choice. I can feel it coming. On the other hand, carrying someone an entire head taller than I am is impossible. Hiroshi-san, please wake up. I call his name over and over, but he still doesn't respond. I hesitate a bit, and then I touch his back. Huh? Putting all of my strength into it, I'm able to roll him onto his back. His body is now facing up with his eyes closed. His chest goes up, then down to form a breath. Hiroshi-san! I can't make the distinction between whether he is just asleep or has passed out. I've never seen someone who has lost consciousness. I take deep breaths to keep myself from giving way to panic. Other than the sound of Hiroshi-san's breathing, the sound of machines running echo. Sometimes I can hear the sound of my own breathing. Oh, I'm like, when I'm reading this, I'm trying to sit very close to the microphone, or at least at a decent distance, like how I normally sit. But whenever the screen turns black, I just instinctively go a little bit back because I always expect something to come out. I'm alone. My awareness of the situation quickly turns to anxiety. I'm all alone inside this incomprehensible Manten Aquarium. The only other existence I can rely on, Hiroshi-san, currently has his eyes closed. Hiroshi-san, please wake up! Growing impatient, I shake his shoulders. He doesn't even moan, and his lack of a reaction only increases my anxiety. So I call his name in a louder voice. Whether or not my voice reaches him, his eyes flutter open. On closer inspection, he has distinct double eyelids. Thank goodness, you're awake. Huh? Oh god, he's possessed. Oh my god! Are you looking down on me too? Oh my god, those eyes. Hiroshi-san! What? I'm Nakanobe Mayumi. I'm not looking down on you or anything like that. Oh my god! You too! What the hell? Screaming, he grabs my left ankle as I squat next to him. His strength is unthinkable compared to his gentle demeanor from only moments ago. His rough hands dig into my soft skin. Terror rages within my heart at his first brush with a man's real power. Please, stop! Whenever he seems to be losing his grip on my leg, he tightens it more. Every time I verbalize my pain, his grip intensifies a little further. My concern for him is gone. Only the feeling of his rejection remains. You little! I realize that little by little, he's pulling me closer to him. He really is that strong. I haven't done anything. Ow! Hiroshi-san! Gripping my ankle tightly, Hiroshi-san pulls himself up little by little. His chest is huge, and the muscles in his arms bulge and form a mountain shape. His face lacks the appearance of sanity, and his eyes are looking in different directions. Oh god. I've seen a gif from like, I think it was like texting in class, where a guy, you know, when you're looking down at your phone and actually have to pay attention. That guy, for some reason, I don't know if it's edited or not, people have probably seen this, but that guy is like looking down on his phone first, but then one eye actually moves upwards, like it's looking straight in front of him. So both of his eyes are looking in different directions. Not even different directions, they're just completely in different, I guess it's directions. Fuck. But it's like you can see the distinct, because when you're looking down, right, you see the top of the eyelid, because that's you see that when you're looking down, but when you're looking straight, you don't see that top of the eyelid. But that's just what you saw, like one eye looking down, so you saw the top of the eyelid of that particular eye, and the other eye was just looking straight. And actually freaked me out in a weird way as well, after I laughed for a little bit. His face lacks the appearance of sanity, and his eyes are in different directions. They roll without end, seeming as if they will go completely white. Though I intended to put distance between us, I'm unable to do so. As if coaxed, I'm pulled closer to him. No. Rejected. I'm being rejected. The ones doing it. Are you all? No. While standing himself up, he sluggishly lifts his left hand. His fingers point in my direction. There's no mistaking his intent to grab me with both hands. I'm filled with a desire to be free from him. Uh-oh. 3 choices. Oh god. Shake off his right hand, call out frantically, kick about frantically. He is strong, so I think out-muscling him is something that we're unable to do, like kick frantically. I guess we could like kick him in the face accidentally, and then he's like, oh, and then he lets go for a split second, and then bam. But from what I've learned, at least from the previous, I guess, okay, it was one choice where relying on your own strength didn't actually help us too much. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards calling out frantically or kicking about frantically. Either way, we'll get a bad ending, and then we'll just return to this anyway. Let's call out frantically for this one. Hiroshi-san, what's wrong? Please come back. Even after what he's done to me, I still resist using violence against Hiroshi-san. Of course, I take into account that my strength would be no match for his. More than anything, he had saved me at the jellyfish booth. The one who saved my life. My only thought is that I have to save him. Gah! Hiroshi-san, calm down. It's alright. It's alright. You all. Ouch! Ignoring my attempt to calm him, his arm tenses, or large arm, shooting out towards my leg. Uh-oh, again, this is bad. At this rate, even so, call his name. Like, calling his name, our only hope of doing this is that we hope that, like, if we reach the magical number of saying his name 10 times or something, that he'll magically snap out of it. I think that's our way of solving the situation, so I'm just gonna roll with that. Hiroshi-san! Even so, I want to save him. This isn't something that comes from some sense of duty or ethics. Just for myself, I want to save him. You all! After all, you won't even! As he scales my body, I somehow keep him from grabbing both my legs. Thanks to the fact that he is distracted, I'm somehow able to get through the moment without being grabbed. You won't even? Hiroshi-san, what exactly do you... You all won't look at me! His words get caught up in my chest. You won't look at me. This thought seems to have been etched into his deranged mind. However, denial comes first in my mind before any question. That's not true, because if I weren't looking at you, I wouldn't be thinking that I want to help you now, would I? You were... Hiroshi-san! Hiroshi! I call his name. No, it isn't enough. So, what? Kanji Shinji? I thought his name was Kenji. Isn't kanji the written like the characters of, is it Chinese or Japanese? I'm not sure. It's either one of those languages, I think, but kanji, this definitely sounds like a familiar word for me, so I'm actually going with that one. Kanji-san! Having been called by his name, the hand reaching towards me slowly lowers. Although the hand clutching my leg does not loosen, it is correct to say that he has stopped. Huh? Me! Please look at me! Holy crap. Having suddenly broken his silence, Hiroshi-san grabs onto my right leg with both hands. I don't know, I keep pronouncing silly words like leg, like the letter E with as an A as of late. I don't know what the hell it is, but I thought I was actually becoming better at reading or reading out loud, but sometimes here and there I mess up these little words where I'm like, what the hell, how do I even do that? He pulls me towards himself with a strength that feels as though it could rip up my leg apart, scraping the floor and coming closer to me as I resist. No, please stop! Me, I want you all! You all too! Uh-oh, oh blood. Bad ending. Ow! It hurts! It hurts! Grabbing tight onto my buttocks. What? He bites at me with the same vigor he had attacked my leg. With a sensation as if I'd been pricked by a single needle, my skin bristles in sync with the flow of my blood. All four of his sharpened cuspids pierce my flesh, biting into me little by little, penetrating my skin. Oh god, you see how he's slowly moving? Oh god, that's even freakier. Vicious red liquid runs down along the contours of my buttocks. Is he actually biting her butt? What the hell? Let me go! All the same. No! Get away from me! You do. No! No! His white teeth are dyed red with my blood. Once his cuspids are completely covered in red, a satisfied expression appears on his face, and he removes the teeth he had pierced me with. That sounded like a witch. Hiroshi-san wipes away the blood, trickling down my butt from his tongue. The sliding sensation creeps up my inner thigh, causing a ticklish sensation in addition to my disgust. That's it. This is good. That reaction. No! 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 With a look of ecstasy on his face, he stares down at me. The hand clutching my leg has let go, but my whole body has gone limp. I become aware that the area around the wound is gradually going numb. It is similar to the feeling of receiving anesthesia at the hospital. Even though I want to move, even though I want to run, my body won't listen to a thing I say. This is all you're good for. Please, stop! If you won't look at me, I'll do this, even if it's bad. In exchange, stop! Okay, that's really like a witch. Oh god. That's another bad ending. Or not? Before I realize it, I've lost consciousness. Whether loss of blood was the cause, or my heart, there is no one around to tell me the answer. Floating in darkness, I can no longer see. My eyes refuse to open. That's because this is, so to speak, the end of me. Misguided. Well, Mayu rather, sleeping with the jellyfishes again. That's an actual saying, right? Isn't it used by the mafia and whatnot? Oh yeah, old Bobby over there, he's sleeping with the fishes. Something like that. Alright, so I'm gonna load back into the very last choice and then choose a different option. Alright, so we're back at this particular choice. For the people that pay really good attention, they should know that this wasn't actually the really last choice. That was like between calling him both either Shinji or Kanji, but either one of those resulted in the very same ending of Misguided, so it's kind of obvious that we have to choose a different option here. So we did even so call his name, but obviously that's not really a good option to trying to resolve this, right? Because what are the chances of him just, if we call his name over and over again, that he'll just magically snap out of it? That's not gonna happen. So we could kick about frantically or shake off his right hand. I think kick about frantically is just going to give us a higher chance of overall escaping, because shaking off his right hand means that we're relying on our muscle, whereas if we're like trying to sheer out muscle him, which I just don't see happening. But kicking about frantically, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you could like bam, kick him in his face and then he'll just be caught off guard for a second, and then bam, that split second we gotta take advantage of. So I'm gonna kick about frantically and see what happens. No good. I'm at my limits. I give up trying to persuade him and begin moving my body in an attempt to escape. No! No! In time, with my words of rejection, both of my legs jerk frantically. At any rate, I don't think I can take it if he grabs my right leg, so I struggle with all my might, not even worrying about whether my skirt flips up. Yeah, this is not a moment to be worrying about such things. He is as strong as before, but his movements are slow, somehow allowing me to continue my resistance. Nevertheless, between the pain and my resistance, my stamina is fading rapidly. Before I realize it, my haggard breath is louder than a machine's motor. Don't reject me! You should be more accepting! Hiroshi's words giving an unchanging, disordered image. Whether he's given up on grabbing my other leg or not, his body leans towards me. The upper half of my body falls back, but he quickly yanks my leg and throws off my balance. Kya! Uh-oh, this doesn't seem like a good ending either. Upon hearing me let out a scream, the corners of his mouth twitch. He is enjoying this. He is enjoying watching me lose the ability to resist. His expression makes this clear to me. One more thing has become clear to me. That is, that I can no longer see him as the Hiroshi-san I once knew. I'm sorry. Even so, my conscience is tugging at me. My words of apology are proof of that. Bam! Kick him in the face, yeah! I used the heel of my boot to kick Hiroshi-san, who had pulled himself up in the nose. My skirt flutters up, and I reflexively hold it down. Hell yeah, don't let even the possessed Kenji look at our pantsu. Gah! Seizing the opportunity, Hiroshi-san yanks my left leg hard towards himself. Whether it is because of his hesitation or not, my other leg slides free of his right hand. A single line of blood trickles from his nose. Yes, progress. He's the one bleeding this time, not us. The heels must have been harder than I thought. Upon seeing the blood, I shut my eyes immediately. However, I realize I no longer have the luxury of instinctually worrying about him. Pulling myself upright, I break into a run in order to escape him. In no time, he has moved in front of me. I want to get away from Hiroshi-san. With that one thought, I decided to go in a direction unknown to me. Kicking me? Isn't that impudent? Could the stench on the sole of that shoe be Ruka? Or is it Miki? I hear him say after getting about 5 meters away from him. I have no idea how to do like how I want to do his voice, because sometimes it just turns into this weird giggling witch and whatnot, because I figured that he must be possessed, right? Like, look at his eyes, it's purple and whatnot, and he's saying random stuff that makes no sense to us but probably will do in the future. I quickly regret turning back. Something about this, I've actually been watching, I don't know if you guys I mean, it is kind of known, right? Corpse Party, in a sense, like people have either watched people play the game or played the game themselves or watched the anime. My girlfriend has watched someone play the game and we're currently watching the anime, and some of this actually gives me a vibe of this as well, like because Kenji mentioned that particular portion of the aquarium was like moving in an entire different time axis or something, right? So that immediately sort of made me think of Corpse Party in a sense as well, and the fact that he is possessed now too. I mean, I guess from as far as I know in Corpse Party, there's no actual possession there. It's just sort of ghosts living in different time spaces, as it was called, I believe. But yeah, whatever. Let's move on. Feels good, does it? Haha, that's fine. That's just fine. Hiroshi-san yells, writhing on the floor. The transformation of one who had rescued me is too devastating. Even so, there's no changing the fact that he tried to hurt me. I understand somewhere in my heart that through no fault of his own, he is no longer sane, and the desire to protect my own body is winning inside of me. I'm sorry, but... As I shut my eyes, I turn away from Hiroshi-san. I'm sure he isn't looking at me anymore. In other words, he is no longer conscious of anything. His voice attempts to stop my fleeing legs many times, but no matter how fast he is, I've already decided to head for the exit of the staff passageway. Yeah, run for a girl. As soon as the door is between us, I put my ear against it and listen to the sounds in the passageway I just left. However, it is only my own violent pulse and not Hiroshi-san going crazy that I can hear. Honestly, I almost feel relieved. Being separated like this leaves me feeling worried about him, but at the moment, I don't have the time to spare. I wonder if this is wrong. It's natural that I'd have these doubts, I say over my shoulder. The only thing to respond to my words is the wind rustling my hair. That's right. This is... Whoa. Finally, I begin to confirm my location. This place is semi-outdoors and even colder than the passageway. Despite the fact that it's summer, I shiver instinctively. Below eye level, there are several plastic chairs in a row. In the center of the chairs, which are lined up like dolls on a tiered stand, is a stage that is a little smaller than a school classroom. Bowls and buckets are lying atop of it. In the center of the stage is something resembling a small shed. A stage. That's right, for things like the sea lions. Yeah, so this is where where you know, like instructors and whatnot, they do like shows with sea lions and dolphins and that sort of stuff. Which is actually, I think I've seen one, or I've seen a video of it. Like, seeing a video of this isn't actually special, but seeing one in real life, like actually sitting in the audience and watching it, is probably more special than that. But I'm not entirely sure I've done that. Like, I've been to like a zoo many times, and as of late, like I think maybe a year ago or something, went to a zoo where, okay, this was actually pretty damn awesome, yeah. I went with my girlfriend there, and there was one part where it was like feeding time for particular animals, and we're just watching around, and then like, yeah, okay, this is pretty cool. But in one particular part of that zoo, yeah, there's like it's not necessarily like a penguin island or something, but just a specific section full of penguins, and the penguins are actually just running loose there, just walking around, and you can walk among, there's like a path between it, but there are actually like penguins that you can just you could actually technically just touch them, pet them or whatever. You're just walking among the penguins, and I actually thought that was freaking awesome, yeah? Because I fucking love penguins. I don't know why. There's something about those little beautiful creatures that is just so freaking awesome. And yeah, I just found that really, really awesome. And my girlfriend was like, what the hell? She was like really weirded out by that, but I thought it was freaking awesome. I'm walking around with the penguins. Hell yeah, I think I've actually have pictures of that. Not that I'm gonna show you guys, of course, but yeah, that was pretty freaking awesome. But I think I'm gonna end the video here as well, because I'm not sure how long it has been, and I have to cut out stuff as well. So yeah, I'm playing this at night as well, so I don't want to be freaked out too much, and we've gone into a new section here, so we're gonna save that for the next video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video of Sound of Drop, Fall into Poison. I almost switched that around. So yeah, see ya. Peace.